Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Kuat Transfer V2 Two-Bike platform rack here on our 2021 Nissan Rogue. Now, right out of the gate, I think the Transfer does an excellent job of staying pretty low profile, and with a pretty minimalistic design, it does a great job of getting some of our bikes to the trailhead with us. You can see it has that little signature U-frame design that offers a couple key advantages over some of the other platform racks out there. The biggest one, as you can see, I can stand right in here and actually start getting right underneath our bike. Not only that, I can get up and close and personal and start inspecting it, but it really starts making the mounting and dismounting of our bikes that much easier. Now, this guy does have a 40-pound weight capacity per bike, so we are going to be doing a pretty good job of getting some of our smaller, lighter weight bikes up on with this guy. The reason for that, this is the 1.25" to 2" combo version. However, if you are needing a little bit heavier weight capacity, upwards of about 60 pounds, you can go ahead and just get the 2" hitch version. However, that does start playing into our versatility. If we have a different other vehicle in the family, we can go ahead and move this rack around with no trouble. But again, that's just kind of your trade-off for those weight capacities, so keep those in mind. You can see today too, we do have a tire hold position here. So if you're looking away at getting carbon frame bikes to the trailhead, this one can be an excellent option for us to actually get that guy up on there with no trouble at all. And that in mind too, you know, we aren't having a hanging style, so we're not gonna be worried about those horizontal frame bars, so no issues with, you know, bike adapters or anything. Women's bikes, step-through bikes, and kiddos bikes are gonna have no trouble on this guy at all. The cradles themselves are pretty cool too. You are just getting those standard grooves on the inside for our standard bikes, widening out for our mountain, and a little bit wider for those bigger tires. However, with these strips, as you can see, not gonna have a lot of length for those big tires, so definitely gonna be for more of our smaller guys here, as you can see, especially with our cradle length not being too crazy big. On the end too, you have noticed probably, we do have a little locking core here. Now, it does come with a pretty lengthy cable that we can run through both of our bikes and attach right on the inside here, and that will allow us to go ahead and make sure that our bikes stay on our rack when we leave it unattended. To take the bike off is actually pretty easy, but before we do, we actually have a pretty cool little way of getting inside our cargo. On the inside there, you probably notice this little lever right here, primarily right where my boot is. All I got to do, press that guy in. It's going to release the whole rack while our bikes are up on here. Now, it might be a little harder to access that with two bikes. However, pretty easy little design just to sneak through. Start opening those. You can see that hatch is going to open. I do want to show you guys, though, where this handlebar kind of comes in. You can see I'm almost getting a full hand, about 4 fingers between there and our handlebars. So we have extremely long handlebars. That's just something I would be mindful of. Maybe putting that guy on the further position. However, you can see now I can get that hatch open. I can get those coolers and those bike helmets, anything I might need. Don't have to climb along the seats. I can just open this up. At a gas station, very nice. We can actually leave those bikes on our rack to actually access our cargo. So, love to see that. Got a lot of spacious room in the Rogue, so definitely want to start utilizing it. To walk this up, especially if you get heavier bikes, I like just getting the mast, as you can see. But we could go ahead and just walk those up with our arms too. But it just clicks right into place. No pins or clips needed. I'm not messing around on my hands or my knees, which is always nice to see. To get the bike off, pretty quick and easy. What we just have to do is press in this little tab. It's going to allow that ratcheting strip to get out of the way. And these guys don't have anything crazy going on with them. Just kind of a hard plastic to hold that tire in. And on the other end, that brings us to our last contact, which is on our tire here. We're going to go ahead and make sure we have a good hand on our bike. Don't want that tilting in the vehicle or ourselves, causing any kind of damage. I'm going to come right here onto our grip. A little bit of an ergonomic little guy right there. Just pressing in with our thumb. Allows us to push in that button. Take that arm out to the side. And you can see that U-frame coming in again, getting underneath that bike. Especially if this wasn't our carbon and pretty lightweight. Be nice to get underneath that. So I really like seeing that design. And I think it makes the mounting and dismounting that much easier, right? I'm not fighting a whole bunch of stuff. There's no center mass. I'm not walking around a platform trying to finagle it in. All I have to do is walk right up and it's ready to go. One thing I like about doing with these guys too is kind of getting them underneath the cradle just a little bit, or if you were really crazy, you could take this strip and actually hold them in if that's something that you're too worried about. However, it has a pretty good natural resistance, so it won't be popping up as we are going down the road. Now, with any hitch-mounted accessory, we are adding a little bit of length to our vehicle. It's not going to be anything too crazy with this 2-bike platform, but let's go ahead and take a quick little look. From the end of our bumper here to the very end of our rack, going to put us right at 34 inches from the rear of our vehicle. So definitely a little bit of length to be considered. However, nothing being too crazy here in our Rogue. And we do have a quick way of actually shortening that down. Again, this lever system going to be coming in clutch once again with a quick little push. Allows us to bring this all the way up in its standing position. And I'm a pretty big fan of this one as well. Again, no pins and clips, but it has little to no play at all as it's actually in this position. I think the hardest part is actually be side to side, but you can see about a whole hand width between our vehicle here and our cradles. Quick little measurement there. Puts it right at 3.5 inches there. So definitely well enough out of the way. Don't think we're gonna have any contact with that at all. And now we actually can hopefully get this in the garage or just at least a little bit more maneuverability. And right at 12 inches definitely starts saving us a lot of space. So like to see how quick and easy that is to do. Again, just a little push and we're ready to get this up and going. Now another important dimension to keep in mind is our clearance. I think our furthest point to the ground is going to be here and here in this position. Let's go ahead and take a quick little look at those. And right at about 10 inches there, or just a little bit above it, definitely going to be something to keep in mind there. Into our lever, going to be right at 11.5 inches. So those front wheels go up, the back will go down. So it's definitely important to keep it in mind. But let's go ahead and take a look when this is in its normal carrying position, see how our bikes will be doing. As you can see, that's getting a little bit further away from our wheels. Going to be dipping down just a little bit more, but right at 17 1/4. I don't think we're going to have any issues at all with that being up and well out of the way. That inner assembly doing a good job of just making sure our platform sits well and up. On the inside here, though, we do have an 1.25 inch receiver, as we talked about. You'll notice that we are utilizing our 2-inch sleeve adapter as well. So that's kind of where this gets a little bit versatile. It allows us to use our 2-inch hitch. However, you have a different vehicle in the family, can go ahead and take that adapter off. And on the end here, too, we just have a simple little alignment pin. This will act as a last case resort, but it mainly just gets us nice and aligned. That little clip just holding it in. The real work comes from the inside of our assembly here. And that actually brings us to our security device as well. This guy has dual action here. Not only, yes, is it tightening that cam on the inside, making sure that this is nice and in line with our hitch. As you can see, I'm shaking this. It's shaking the entirety of the vehicle. Let's make for a nice smooth ride for ourselves, our bike rack, but especially our bikes, which is always nice to see. And I really do like the tool that's included. You'll notice this little indent on the inside. So this isn't just an Allen wrench. It is going to have a little bit of a security measure there. So we will need the included tool to tighten this down and to take it off. So we can go ahead and leave this rack on our vehicle with no trouble at all. It's going to be nice and secure, which is always a nice little feature. Any headache we can reduce really starts going a long way. I really like the Transfer, some of its obvious advantages. I think it's really quick and easy to use. You saw how easy that mounting process is. So if you're looking away, really just starting to get going on the weekends, I think this can be an excellent option. Now, as I mentioned before, you're looking for a little bit heavier weight capacity. I might look at upgrading to the 2-inch hitch. However, I do really like the versatility of this, especially if you have a lot of vehicles in the family. It makes it really easy to decide which one you want to take out. Well, I think that about does it for our look at the Kuat Transfer V2 Two-Bike platform rack here on our 2021 Nissan Rogue. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.